Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Forensic Science Public Desk India. I am here with an interesting topic, and that's about our electronic documents like PDFs or image files or the Word documents are admissible in the court, which can be explained as laws relevant to electronic documents. So let's learn all evidence laws of digital or electronic documents. So let's proceed. Digitalization impact. Digitalization of most of our human activities, especially all relevant with documents, has changed the fate of many paper-based transactions. Today, there is a huge data maintained by databases which wouldn't be possible storing the information in paper material. Authenticity of an author of a document or promissory clause of a bank governor or currency on a currency note is changed today as electronic document. All document examiners need to know the basic laws which are relevant with the digital documents which are amended for the benefits of admission of digital documents into the court. There is no choice. There are very least possibilities without encouraging evolvement of laws related to digital documents. According to the advancements in the technology, in India before 2000 year, electronically stored information was treated as a document, and secondary evidence of this particular electronic documents was presented through printed reproductions or transcripts, the authenticity of which was certified by competent signatory. The signatory would identify her signature in court and be open to cross-examination. This simple procedure met the conditions of both Section 63 and 65 of Indian Evidence Act. Also, the Section 3 of Indian Evidence Act also obeyed the meaning of and definition of the document. So, what is the document? So what is a document? What is its definition? Where it is been described? The document definition is described in section 3 and base subsection 2 and subsection E of Indian Evidence Act, and also described in a definition section 29 of Indian Penal Code, which says that the word document denotes any matter expressed or described upon any substance such as the papers or the letters, figures or marks by more than one of those means intended to be used or which may be used as evidence of that matter. So, which was later revised into section 3, subsection 2, subsection E and subsection 2 again. So, let's have a clarity about that. So this one, section 3, subsection 2, subsection E and subsection 2 again, all documents including electronic records produced for the inspection of the court, such documents are called documentary evidence. So amendment of Indian Evidence Act 3 and subsection 2 and subsection E is been added with a provision again subsection 2. So that is including the electronic documents, which is this is particular sentence statement given by this particular section. Then so let us first understand what are digital documents. The digital documents which are created on a digital platform which is made of human knowledge, physical action, language and style of presentation in various formats available in the computer devices. These documents are also prone to alterations and additions. These documents can also be secured by applying security features. Thus, it states that digital documents are no less than a primitive document like paper or hard copies. So, you can see different types of images which are saying these are the electronic documents or digital documents, and these are the different formats. So, example, Word document of Microsoft, PDF of Adobe, and a text message in our normal phones can also be regarded when they are taken as the screenshots, which is converted into JPG or JPEG files, or mails or electronic records as per Information Technology Act. Before Information Act 2000, there are certain sections which were existing and Indian Evidence Act, that is from 61 to 65, which are dealing with only paper documents or the documents. 61 says that proof of contents of the documents, so they have to be certain relevance of fact and this to be proved. And 62 deals with primary evidence, the document whatever it is there, if it is readily produced in front of court as primary evidence and originally produced, that is called as the primary evidence. Either it can be the signature which is done in the court or signature admitted kind of things are called as primary evidence. Coming to secondary evidence is the reproduced form of original one, so that is a Xerox copy or that is a transcript one of a original document, like it is a Xerox copy of a original certificate, so that is the secondary evidence. So our electronic documents whatever were believed, if they are to be produced in the court, they are produced in the form of Xerox copies or transcripts or printouts of a original document which is existing in the computer. So now this particular thing to be changed, a electronic record or electronic document which is existing in the primary, in the evidence form in the computer, should be considered as a amended thing. So we are going to see those amendments which happened with these particular sections, and whatever 64 and 65 are there, you can relevantly check it in the Google and find out the information. So how these are admissible, primary evidence and secondary evidence. So how they are amended? The word document or content of documents have not been replaced by word electronic documents or content of electronic documents. Thus the intention of the legislature is explicitly clear, that is not to extend the applicability of section 61 to 65 to electronic record. They are not going to change anything in the sections between 61 to 65, rather including new provisions to the existing sections. So they inserted two new evidentiary rules for electronic records in Evidence Act, that is section 65A and 65B. The intention of legislator is to introduce the specific provisions which has its origin to technical nature of evidence, particularly as the evidence in the electronic form cannot be produced in court of law owing the size of computer server residing in a machine language. So these are completely relevant to the technical side and thus requiring the interpreter to read the same. You can see one more section here, it is being amended by Information Technology Act, that is section 59 of Indian Evidence Act, which is actually for the oral evidence, proof of oral evidence, in that it is the proof of oral evidence except the content of documents was there, and it is amended to accept content of documents or electronic records, whatever it is said is the oral evidence. So that is how the section is amended. If you check the section, you will be understanding very better. So coming to section 79A of Information Technology Act, the central government may, for the purpose of providing expert opinion on electronic form evidence before any court or other authority specified by notification in the official gazette, any department, body or agency of the central government or state government as examiner of electronic evidence. Now it is dealt by for Central Forensic Science Laboratory, State Forensic Science Laboratory or any other information technology bodies who are dealing with the electronic information, and those who are expertised in this particular division or the section will be dealing with this particular 79 IT Act. So not only 79A IT Act, we are also having 45A, opinion of examiner of electronic evidence. When in a proceeding the court has to form an opinion on any matter relating to any information transmitted or stored in any computer resource or any other electronic or digital form, the opinion of the examiner of electronic evidence referred to in section 79A of Information Technology Act 2000 is relevant fact. That means the 45A is like the expert opinion act, which is normally there as Indian Evidence Act 45. So these are the laws and rules relevant to our digital document. This information is partial and not exactly as which is given in the acts or laws. It is created for your better understanding on evolution of laws for the purpose of digitalized document evidence. So you should also search, explore your source and learn more about digital evidence, digital documents. So let me know the answer for this question in the comments. Which section of Indian Evidence Act is proof as to digital signatures? Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was useful. Kindly like, share and subscribe to the channel to get more such kind of interesting videos. Thank you once again.